Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find an image with the rest. She'll be learning how to breathe.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Elisha Blessing. If you're new here, you're welcome. I'd really appreciate it if you like this video, if you follow me, if you subscribe to this channel, click the post notification bell so you're notified all the time I make a new post. And do not
Why would you
forget
put the post notification bell? Is it like hey? Because I see YouTubers doing. Sorry for interrupting your Instagram. Yeah. So yeah. They
down.
Yeah.
The post notification bell is down.
Yeah.
They know. They are usual, so they know. I don't have a problem. But if you're an old subscriber or an OG, like I like to affectionately call you guys, or it's up my G, welcome back to another video, and thank you so much for sticking with me, even though I'm not
consistent. We are accusing you. You're not consistent.
I always feel guilty mentioning
You
consistency.
are not guilty because you keep leaving us in the dark.
Anyways, welcome back to another video and thanks for coming back again. Today we are going to be talking about abuse, but then I am so glad I'm not doing this alone. I'm bringing a special guest. Let's let her do the intro herself.
Oh, there's really not much to say.
Introduce.
I'm Millie. Yeah, just Millie.
Okay.
A newbie who is here to stay.
And she's staying, and that's on period.
A new subscriber who's here to stay.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to be talking about abuse in general, everything about abuse in relationships. And mind you, when I say relationships, I do not mean love or intimate relationships or sexual relationships. I'm talking about all kind of relationship between friends, relationship between parents and a child.
True, valid.
Just yes.
Someone
is relating.
At work.
Relationship between a boss and an employee and all of that. We're going to talk about everything. So if this relates with you, watch to the end because we're going to be spilling. And that's all. Period.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, let's get serious. But abuse in general, when they say abuse, I don't know. There's for some reason when someone mentions abuse, we're always thinking about the physical kind of abuse, being assaulted or in-law battery, like physically fire. Period.
Yeah. So yeah, personally, when I hear abuse, like it's always scares me a bit because it means it's not supposed to be the ideal thing that's happening, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they are putting the person in that position.
Yeah.
That causes the pain, like some form of discomfort, pain. Like
exactly.
Reduces the person's low self-esteem.
Exactly.
Like that.
And to say that it doesn't necessarily have to be physical because you can temper on someone's self-esteem by abusing the person financially.
I think one of the common ones we hear about is physical abuse.
Yes, which is the worst of them, or I believe.
Yes.
But then I also think emotional abuse is also worse because some people get depressed from the kind of words you use on them, especially in a relationship with someone and the person constantly degrades you, says meaningful things to you.
Yes.
You always feel less of yourself, especially when they try to compare you with other people. That is like
even
the worst.
So one thing I realized is questions like, say you're in a relationship and you're working and the other person is working and the person asks you, so what did you do with your life today? Really?
Like that thing, it kills me. Like, what do you mean?
Do you understand? Like, why are you asking what did I do with my life today? You just ask me, what did you do today? Or how was your day? So emotional abuse is, it will not, it
doesn't come directly.
It's directly linked with verbal abuse and all those things.
Yes.
And it tempers with your emotions because
and it's like these kind of people are the sweetest. Let me be honest, they are the sweetest. They come very nice, very clean, but then the kind of things that comes out of their mouths is terrible. And the thing is, you feel like they are nice, they are sweet, so they probably didn't say that to hurt you. But in the long run, it actually hurts you. You sit and think about it, and then it actually affects you. And not forgetting the physical abuse, that one is the worst because this actually,
Early.
affects your person, your body, right? Imagine getting bruises all over, going to work the next day, and then talking to and you're meeting your colleagues with bruised face, bruised lips, and you have to explain yourself.
Just recently, I was talking to a colleague from work, and I was saying that, I don't think that millennial couples physically abuse each other like people our age, like in their 20s, early 30s. I don't think that they beat their wives.
What?
And it's there.
Very
It really
rampant.
happens. It really happens. Because back then, I thought it was those older men who were married to young girls, or like our mother and our father's ages, they beat their wives.
No.
But apparently, it's something that is there.
Yes.
And it drew my mind back to my neighborhood. So there's this lady who is there. She came from the village. The man brought her from the village, and the man keeps beating her constantly. And my mom would speak to her and say that, why are you still here? Da, 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 da.
And they always have a reason to stay.
And she has a reason to stay.
They always have a reason to stay.
Excuse. I'm staying because of the children.
That is always the reason, and that reason kills me.
And
if you die,
exactly, then what happens to the children?
What if you die? It doesn't make sense. They'll be like, because of the children, I don't want the children to grow up in a broken home.
And the children are seeing them.
They're seeing what is going on. And these children actually pick up these kind of things, right? And they get into relationships and they start practicing these kind of things. True. Most of these men that actually abuse their partners, their girlfriends. Okay, let me not make it a man thing, because even though it's like majority of it is the men, but then there are situations where women also abuse men physically. I think that is terrible. Are you kidding? A girl, someone comes to meet you beating or slapping and it doesn't make sense. Like, babe, are you okay? Look, let me not even get started about the way these kind of people portray themselves to society. These people are abusive indoors, but when they go out, they are the people. I remember this scenario, right? I was reading a story on Facebook. These relationship stories that they post on Facebook. I think Silent Beats. Okay, so I read a story there, and there was this lady talking about the supposed husband, but I think they weren't married, but then they gave birth with each other. This man goes out and portrays wealth, gives money out to people, like he's,
my home is not like that.
My home is not like that. He hardly gives, he can leave the house with 20 cedis. Sometimes he doesn't even give money at all. He doesn't care whether they eat or not. And the funny thing is, this same man comes under people's relationship posts to give them the best advices.
You don't say.
I'm telling you, I think you're lying. That story was so dramatic. That whole month, come and see people commenting.
He's giving advice.
He's giving advice. So he's like one of the top commenters of that page. So he has this fan loyalty sticker thing. The badge thing. So people were now looking at the badges and seeing if the name resonates with one of the people, the top commenters and all of that. So people had to come and then be banking their claim, saying, I'm not the person, I'm not the one. Because the things the lady said about the man, it is awful. And this same man comes under other people's posts and give exceptional advices to other people. So you see, this kind of people, they are very manipulative. They are very, very abusive. They are always a different person when there are people around or when they are outside. But indoors, they are the worst kind of people. Look, if you're in this kind of a relationship, advise yourself.
And I think, the thing is that it's always easy to sit down as an outsider, like a third person, and say that, if you're in a toxic relationship or if you're in an abusive relationship, leave. Yeah. If you are in it, it's different.
Yeah, I think so
it's
too.
It's different. And
I think so too.
I don't think that you can ever justify staying in an abusive relationship.
Exactly.
If you were in an abusive relationship, what would you do?
Honestly, I've always been strongly against abuse in relationships. I'm always saying that, look, I don't care what benefits you get from the guy. I don't care how the guy treats you, maybe outside, how people see it. I always tell my partner that the moment you lay a finger on me, I don't even care how it's going to be. I'm done.
Okay.
No, you should have that in mind, that this kind of person, when they start, that is it. It continues. It's very hard for an abusive partner to, If he hits you one and come and apologize, with the tears, with flowers and all of that, being sweet and all of that, please, it's going to happen again.
I think at this point before I got flowers today or something. It's a post or a poem or something like that, where the girl explains that she got flowers today and he beat her, so she got her flowers. He got her flowers.
Yes, I think I saw something
Then
like that.
eventually, she got flowers today, and it was at her grave. She was dead because the man had battered her like countless times, and she died.
And they'll always come out with different claims. Look, don't be surprised that these people end up not getting punished for the things they do or for your death after you die. They'll end up not getting punished. So they just go scot-free. No, some do, but then some do, but then some also come with serious evidence to just cancel out everything that happened. It's like nothing happened. Like, they just make it a foolish case.
Yeah.
So I feel like just work on it right now.
Let's do it. If you know how they say that, this is a home thing, let's discuss it at home. And
exactly. They'll trash it out. Work on it now. Don't work on it when you're dead. When you're dead, they'll forget about you. Look, this man, he'll go and get married to another person. He'll go and get another lady within the shortest period of time. And you'll be like forgotten and gone. What kind of advice you have for abused people generally?
I really don't think anyone should stay in an abusive relationship. It's a very bad thing.
Right.
It's not easy to leave a relationship that you've managed to build over the years. But then, do you want them to beat you every day? Do you want your daughter to grow up thinking that it's normal for daddy to beat mommy?
It will traumatize the child.
For mommy to beat daddy, or for them to be insulting each other every day. You don't want that. When you manage to gather the courage to leave, like run for your life.
Look, we are not saying that it's easy to leave. We are not saying that you can just get up and leave. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be like a whole process. You're always going to think about the good times you guys had, because obviously you guys had good times. That is why you are in that marriage or relationship with a person, because nobody comes showing you the bad side of them. So definitely you witness the good side of them at a point in time. So yes, so it's going to be very difficult, especially thinking about or reminiscing about all of the the niceness you guys had together when the bad situations come. So you would feel guilty judging the bad situations on top of the good situations, because you feel like you are ungrateful. This time the person did this, the person did that for you, and just this you want to leave. But then I want to assure you that these kind of people don't stop. They don't know a limit unless the Holy Spirit takes over. Honestly, these kind of people, they are relentless.
And there's this thing that I've been saying to myself, like I used to say it to myself, it still resonates with me, that you know how people would stay in a relationship and it's very terrible, or in a friendship it's very terrible. Then they'll say, well, we've been together for 5 years.
Exactly.
You go on for 6 years, he'll beat you. We've been together for 6 years. 10 years. We've been together for 10 years. You're not only increasing the number of years we've been together, you're increasing the number of years he's beating you.
Right.
So, very true. Like, deep it.
Yeah, that is also very true, because it's like people who use the number of years they've been together, like, I've wasted my years, I've been with this person. Hey. So other people are getting married again. They leave and then they so you can always get married. Look, and I think religion plays a very crucial part in this kind of situation. Yes. People are always like, oh, you're a Christian. Christians, as a Christian, you're not supposed to divorce. And this person is struggling. This person is literally at the point of death. And they'll still go to the pastors and they'll still be giving them advices, telling them that, oh, no, as a Christian, you have to work things out. You're not supposed to divorce. If you divorce and go and get another husband, some churches, like my church, for instance, when you get married the second time, you don't take communion.
You don't take communion.
You don't take communion if
you... Why?
You don't take communion if you divorce your husband, if you're a divorcee. If you're married to a second husband, you don't take communion. You see, these kind of things. So people will be like, oh, I don't want to be shamed by the church. I don't want to, those kind of things. So because of that, I'm going to stay in the marriage. I'm going to make it work. The thing is not working, but you are forcing to make it work because of religion. I think religion has to do better. Religious people or men of God and all of that, they have to do better in these kind of situations. We shouldn't sit on, because I think even God will not accept for you to be with a terrible person who is constantly beating you, abusing you, and all of that. God will not even accept that. So I don't think you should be advising people to stay in relationships that is literally killing them slowly, and you still advise this person to stay. Oh, work it out, it will work. Pray about it. You can pray about it, but if you don't work on it, it will not happen. Do you get? Prayers doesn't work magic. They work with your faith. They work with your works. Don't ever take abuse for granted. I don't care what kind of abuse, whether physical, whether emotional, verbal, financial, any type of abuse, anything at all that makes
be abused. People can abuse the kind of friendship you have with them.
Exactly, that is another thing.
Because there are friends that will always take from you. Like,
yes,
every single time you'll be there for them. You listen to their problems. You go all out for them. But
when it's your turn, they are not available.
Because what do you mean by it should be done for you, but you won't do it for the person? And secondly, would you be happy?
You wouldn't be happy. And those people are quick to be judgmental. Don't even get me started about narcissists. They always find a reason to rebut your claims. They always find a reason. People never believe you when you are with a narcissist.
My mantra for the year is people like what they want. People want what they want. People like what they like.
Yeah.
So let them like it. But if you like abuse, then sorry for you, because really, 2024, you want to stay in an abuse?
No grief for anybody. Okay, I think the bottom line of this rant or this conversation is to just create an awareness about abuse. Generally, any kind of abuse. Don't ever find yourself in a situation where you are being taken for granted or abused by another person. I don't care who you are. Sometimes your parents even abuse you, but it's not like a physical kind of abuse, but then they abuse you in a way.
Compare you
to siblings, compare you to other people, other people's children. Oh, this person's child is doing good, is doing better. Look at you. Those kind of things. You see, African parents don't care about these things, but then these kind of things actually get into a child growing up, and this person actually grows on it, and it never departs from the person. So the person is always trying to compete with other people around them. I need to do good. I need to do better. I don't want my parents to feel like this person is doing better than me.
I have a question. Do you think that people, abusers, see abuse as a way of pushing you to do better?
That's what they think sometimes.
So would you then say it's coming from a good place?
No,
do you think abuse is coming?
No, you can't push someone to do something without being abusing. It's the way you do it, the way you talk about it, the way you act about it. You don't need to use demeaning words to push someone to or even slap the person and say, oh, I'm trying to correct you. African parents, Charlie, before received it at a point in our lives. Hey. And it's their way of correcting us, but then they don't know that we get used to it. We got to some time, we became so used to the beatings that we didn't even care. You can go ahead and do it because the worst that can happen is they'll beat me, so let me do it.
I don't think that happened to me, but you know how your parents will be mad when you come home late and all those things. This point in my life, I'll say, you should be mad anyway.
Hey, you'll be mad anyway, so let me just go ahead and do it. Be watchful of the words you use, how you handle people. Look, we are different people, and we are coming from different situations, because I might be going through something at home, and I come to work that day and maybe I'm not looking exactly cheerful. Don't add up to whatever is going on with me. It doesn't cost anything to be nice to someone. It doesn't. So I don't find, and people that listen to other people to hate other people, that thing is terrible,
I saw that on someone's WhatsApp story recently, that you inherit your friends' enemies.
Like, it doesn't make sense. And it's like your friend will, I feel like the conversation is diverting, but it's a good thing. I feel like sometimes your friends want you to automatically hate someone that they hate. And if you don't, you are a bad friend.
But you have to, okay, wait. I think if I hate my ex, won't you hate my ex?
I mean, I'm not like Let's go. Let's put me in trouble. When it comes to ex-friends, like friendships, people that were friends, and then maybe the other person did something to the other person, and now they're like enemies.
I don't
Enemies
think I
with
have
you
a situation like that. Like
automatically.
losing a friend because we were aggressively involved in a fight or a misunderstanding or an argument. Okay, have I?
Honestly, I feel like being in a situation with someone you called a friend, where you guys are no longer talking or something like that. To me, I feel like most of those people were not really my friends, because the kind of situations we end up in, I don't think we should even get to that
You don't
point.
think a friend would do that?
It would
to
do
you,
that
or
to
will let
yes,
you get that?
yes. You were not my friend to start with. So if we get in a certain space in our life where it's like we don't talk anymore, we are just, it's like we are more or less enemies. We don't even want to be in the same space with each other. I feel like we're not friends, because if you were really friends with someone, it will hurt you what they do to you, right? But then you will not completely hate the person or don't want to see the person again at all.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I have any friendship that has turned totally sour before.
I think I have had a couple of them. The reason being, I'm one of the misunderstood persons, if
Why
that
would
is
you
it.
say that?
Yes, people always
I like
misunderstand
that
me.
serrant.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm listening.
People always misunderstand me
In what
on
sense?
high level, because I'm the kind of person that I'm always for the truth. I'm always for the obvious. I don't care what people think about it. I'm the kind of person that when everyone is going this way, I'm going that way. Do you get? Because I don't care about the number of people going this way. If it does not resonate with me, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
You get? So people always don't understand me. There are sometimes you see that this thing is a clear thing. Do it this way, and then you avoid this, and the person will still do it that way. And then when you are mad, they become mad at you. It's like they want you to do it because you are friends with them. I don't care if you are my friend. If you are wrong, you are wrong. I'll tell you. And some people,
If I'm wrong, is when I want to fight with you.
no, but seriously, if I don't tell you if you're wrong as my friend,
no, but
I should tell
fight
you.
with you. Fight with you. What do you mean by not supporting me?
She doesn't mean it. Don't mind her. She doesn't mean it.
What do you mean by not supporting me?
She doesn't
But
mean
yeah, I
it.
know where you're
No,
coming from.
I can support you in public, but when we go inside, I'll really, really give it to you.
I feel
I'll
I get
tell
where
you
you're
my
coming
a
from. I
piece
get
of
where
my
you're coming
mind.
from.
Yeah, because me, I don't even subscribe to you being mean to me in the midst of people. Like you are my friend or my boyfriend, and I do something in the midst of people, and then you
Like you're
want
coming
to
at me.
discipline me. You want to like that kind of a thing. It comes off as disrespect to me, because even though I might be wrong, but there's a nice way of doing it. You can, take me somewhere else and then talk to me about it. But then it's like you want to exert some kind of authority on me.
Yes, daddy.
Please. In the midst of people, no, it's unacceptable. I will not take that. Okay, so yeah.
Me, I'm just trying to think about the whole friendship thing that you were just saying, like your take on friendship and not inheriting people's enemies, but I've had friendships that have gone sour or gone south. I don't think I do have friendships that have gone totally sour. Maybe we just don't talk a lot. But it doesn't mean that the person wasn't amazing whilst they were my friend.
Yeah.
I love them, or I still love them. And we are just not close anymore.
Yeah.
Will I say hello to you when I see you? If you are being receptive, why not?
Yeah.
If you are being receptive, why not? I will. And about correcting me in public,
That one is a whole lot.
It's dicey.
It's a whole lot, especially if it's something that continuously happen. And I keep telling you that it's not something that I'm appreciative of. I don't want you to. I mean, I'm not saying don't correct me, but then be nice about it. Don't make it look like some people make you look like you're dumb. You don't know what you're about.
True.
When they are trying to correct you, and I think that is just awful. Like, talk to me in a nice way. In fact, pull me to the side and tell me that this thing I'm doing or what I'm saying is not nice. Okay, so I feel like we said a lot, but then we haven't um, been able to specifically identify the kind of situations one might find themselves to constitute an abuse.
So the truth is that we can't clearly define them. We can't clearly list them out. If you are going through abuse, you know it.
No, some don't know, you know.
Okay, sometimes you won't know it, but
Yes.
you feel it. Or what do you think?
No. Some interpret abuse as love.
Love. True.
Yeah, some
True.
interpret abuse as love, but there's a thin line between love and then abuse. Is there a thin line? I feel like it's a big line.
Big
You know, very thick. You should be able to tell if you are being abused and if you are being loved, right? But in a relationship, what do you constitute an abuse? What would a partner do to another to constitute an abuse in your point of view?
In my point, like I said in the beginning of the video, it will be anything that puts me in a position where I feel uncomfortable, I feel unloved, pain, like works or tramples on my self-esteem. So saying ill things to me,
Yeah, if you are always
hitting me if you have the balls
doubting
to,
yourself due to
and
things that your partner might have said.
yes, yeah, things like that,
Yeah.
things like that. Basically, what about you?
I think it's the same for me. In just really anything that your partner might have said or done that makes you feel less of yourself, it's an abuse. Okay, that's why abuse is not in one form. We have verbal abuse. Oh, we did not even talk about sexual abuse.
Sensitive topic. No, that's left the chat. Sensitive topic. No, that's left the chat. But yeah, guys, physical abuse is not the only type of abuse. Any form of abuse is not
At all,
accepted.
yes.
Sexual abuse is a dirty thing to do to somebody, and if you are going through it, love and light to you. I hope
You find a way
Yeah.
to leave that situation you are in. Really, if you are in any kind of abusive relationship, and be able to identify love and abuse, to tell them apart. You should be able to know if you are being abused and if you are being loved. If your partner is constantly making you feel less of yourself, making you feel you are worthless, like you have to always, come with your A game. Just, sometimes it's motivation, but sometimes it's abuse. You can actually mix the two together.
When you say motivation,
You know?
to my
Yeah.
like the man is. Then in your head, what you're hearing is "Go, you can do it, go, go!" Like
Right?
It's not like that.
It's not. Look,
No, it's
and
really
and
not.
and don't ever, when it comes to physical abuse, specifically, don't ever think that they would change.
Change.
People say, "Oh,
I
he
can
will
change
change.
him.
I can change him. I can fix
Bob
him."
the builder.
You cannot.
Okay.
You cannot unless they want to. You can't change. There is nothing that you will do to change someone who is abusive or manipulative or a narcissist. You cannot do anything to change someone like that unless they want to. So it should be your decision to either stay or leave, not because you feel you can actually change the person. If you think you can actually tolerate it, which I think you can't, because it only gets worse. Okay, so if you feel like you can tolerate it, even though I think you can't, then fine, stay in it, sis. But then I'm not coming to your funeral.
No tribute for you.
No tribute for you. Ashanti will say "Kwasiawu."
But it's facts.
Yeah. It's some ignorant way to die. Anyways, I think we've said enough. We've said a lot, and this has
We
been
should end this video there.
right.
Something rant. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
but
it's been
yeah.
a pleasure being on the channel with this.
No, thanks,
Like I told you, I've
girl.
never done this thing before, and
Yeah, this is her first time, by the way.
loved it. I loved it. I loved
And
it.
she
I
did
loved every bit of
exquisite.
it.
I love
And
you here. I love
rate
her
my
here.
performance and my
It's a 10
delivery
for me, girl. It's a
in
10
the
for me.
comments
It's
below.
a 10 for
If you
me,
like it, give a
period.
thumbs up.
Anyways, thank you for watching the video. We are glad that you stick to the end of this video. Please do not leave without subscribing. I need you to subscribe. In fact, let's give them like a minute to subscribe. Please subscribe. Hurry. That's how it's going. It's going. Hurry.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for subscribing. You did the Lord's work. Thank you.
Don't forget to
Don't forget to like,
comment. Oh, you've already said subscribe. I was going to say like, I still want to see it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay,
And
until
until
we
the next
see you in the
video.
next
Catch you
video.
later.
Bye.
Bye.